Hello and welcome back to another ARR Relic showcase where we're looking at Bard today. God, it's been a while since I've got back to these. As of recording this, I have been able to get every single one finished. I already have all the Heaven's Ward ones as well, so I'm looking forward to doing those down the line. And I may change up how I do those when I get round to them. But for now, let us crack on with things. Here we have the Artemis Bow, which is the first sort of proper stage you get it to after doing all the little, fancy work for Geralt and stuff and whatnot, which is a very fitting name for a bard because obviously Artemis is a god that is always usually depicted with a bow. And this bow itself is also in the lore. It's supposed to be like because I've got the Yours in collection now. It's supposed to be like Gilbert the Godbow's bow, which he used back in the day, which I believe was like the founder of bards and the whole bard way of like mixing music and archery together, which is why, as you can see here, it's got a little bit of a combination of both bow and music. So when you're supposed to like twing the, when you shoot the arrow, it makes a nice little noise, and yeah, it's nothing super special. I do like archery, being British myself. I've always loved to use like bows and arrows, like not to sort of stereotype here a little bit. But I will admit, like, Bard is not my ultra most favorite job in the game, but I might end up start liking it a little bit more down the line as well, but we shall see. Anyway, that is not what we're here for today. We are here to see the showcase, so let's get on with the showcase. Like I said, this is the first stage. Let us move on to the next stage. Okay, here we go. We have the first glow-up, which is the Artemis Zenith Replica. It's not really changed it much by any design or anything like that, but you can see it's got a nice little glow to it. If this is the sort of glow you like and you don't want to go any further, because I don't blame you. The relics are kind of crazy when it comes to those sort of things. Yeah, this is a nice little opportunity to sort of stop if you want to. But honestly, why stop there? Why not just keep going? It's like, you've already farmed the 12 things, right? You've done everything to make it glowy. This bit was easy. All you need to do is put it in and get them with the Fanavian Mist, and boom, bada bing, bada bing. You might as well keep going. All you gotta do is equip this and do some fates and farm those atlas. Yeah. Yeah, easy, right? You done your farming. Well done. You got the Atmas done, you got it all sorted, and now you have yourself the Artemis Atma Bow. Which, it does have a little bit of a colour change. Its actual skin doesn't change at all in terms of how it looks. But now it's got blue upon it and a little bit more colour into it. Which, I mean, it looks nice. I'm going to not deny that. It really does. And this will be with you for a while because this is the stage you'll be using as you're, doing all the books. Which, I mean, like, I love the books. Of course I do. I mean, I've done every single relic. I'm not insane. You're insane. Don't look at me. Banzai for shiny. Oh my god. Like, yes. You've done the books. This is the Artemis Animus. I believe it is the Animus version. Let's just have a very quick look. It is indeed the Animus. Obviously, these are replicas because I've completed them, and I am not going through them again for the sake of showcasing. No way. I am not making these on another character. But you can see, like, right where the actual arrow is, there's a massive, like, look at me, I'm amazing. Ooh, I glow really, really shiny. Apart from that, like, the rest of the bow has a kind of just, like, nice little blue hue over it. And it's very ethereal. You can tell that your hard work is paying off, is infused with Aether, and you are ready to go out to your battlefield and sing some goddamn songs while unleashing arrow hell upon the enemy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I still love my clan, which I'll talk about it at another point as well. But, yes, we'll get to that at some point. Ladies and gentlemen, the Artemis Nova relic for the bow. It's still got that goddamn shining star right at the center as well. There's not really much I can do in terms of like angles when it comes to bows. It's just, it is what you see right here, really. It has now got itself in the golden hue. This is the stage which you get to once you have done the spear, like, materia thingy. the Spear Scroll, which is a lot of gil. I will admit this is the most expensive part of any relic, and if this is what puts you off, I do not blame you, because it requires rank 1 to rank 4 materia. Ranks 2 to 3 are not that well, rank 2 to 4, sorry, not that expensive, but usually it is the first few ranks which are expensive because you need those to actually invest into it. The other side of it is pretty easy. Once you've actually done one relic, it's not too bad. You just spend poetics, like in 75 poetics a time, get yourself the maps to get the Alexandrite, or do the as well as also do the daily, which is just a 50, 60, 70, 80, as it is right now, with the NPC that's in Mordona, which is the treasure hunter's mother. You will need to unlock treasure hunting for this. I had never unlocked treasure hunting before. I never said this in any of my other videos, but I hadn't until I actually started the relics. That and also just completing quests as it goes around. I did forget to rotate that as a few times. We're nearing the end of the Artemis's Bow form, so yeah, look forward to its change soon. Let's get to the next one, the final form of the Artemis, which will be the Nexus. Here we go. If it isn't already obvious, it is incredibly shiny. I think it has the biggest glow up compared to every other relic that I've ever freaking made. This one especially, so it really is like, I am a bard. Look at me. I am the center of attention. Don't pay attention to anybody else in this battlefield. If you're going to be blinded by some form of ability, it may be mine instead. The actual, the center novus, this is the nexus, sorry, of the actual, where the anima concentration is, or the aether and stuff, is just blinding, like a star ray, just waiting to explode out of this relic. And as you've seen on other Nexus versions as well, the actual rings are in a very, very suitable place indeed. It's where you would launch the arrow. So each time you pull back that drawstring, you unleash that arrow upon the primal, the poor little rabbit, the poor tortoise, whatever it is you're going to be shooting, even in PvP, whatever you might be shooting. It feels like you're probably shooting some form of rail cannon. I know this is a video game, but still, immerse yourself. Think about the RPers out there. You got to think about those individuals who like it. And quite frankly, it just adds to the Warrior of Light sort of vibe and feeling. The little stars just pulsating off it, just coming off the top bit here, where the actual, the harp and everything is, the musical instrument, and the bottom bit is just not really kind of left alone. But this bit, oh my word. It is a thing of beauty, is the Artemis Nexus. And when you get it to this stage, well done. You've worked really hard on this. You really, 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 really have, because you have gone through so many Aurum Veils, so many other places as well, maybe. Maybe you've done it fake grind, I don't know. Either way, it's an achievement in itself. But after this, you have to kiss goodbye to the form of Artemis, where we'll be going to its next Zodiac form, which we'll get to right now. Congratulations, you've reached the Zodiac Braves form of the bow. It is no longer the Artemis bow, but the Yuichi Bow, which is of Hingan descent, I believe, actually, it says in the book. Either way, it is actually based basically of a character known as Yuichi, where apparently he shot a serpent in the eye with his very first arrow, which I believe might actually indicate it is going to be Zodiac, but who knows. Either way, it's from Far East, and you can tell straight away from the looks of it. It is very much a incredibly different design compared to the Artemis bow. The actual form change is incredibly different. It's just really gives me that sort of vibe of a samurai's bow more than anything else, which is kind of the vibe it's going for. It no longer has the harp. It no longer feels musical. It's a proper longbow, which is used for like a scent, like a samurai would use it. One thing which I did forget to talk about as well was the actual quivers too. I will admit the Artemis's quiver is not anything to really sing home about. You probably wouldn't even notice it. But I will say that this relic, at first, I thought when I saw screenshots of it, it wasn't that good, but it's actually growing on me. The quiver itself is an absolutely beautiful sort of Far Eastern blend of just... It's just really nice. Like, you got this little ribbon on the back, which obviously holds the quiver together. You got the arrows with the little feathers and stuff. And then you got, like, the symbol here, which would be to do with whoever they're loyal to, usually. That's, you know, what it is. Like, the crest of the clan. You got yourself a nice little ribbon at the top here, which keeps the sort of the bow in like together. Got a little hand wrap, and of course this thing is also dyeable at this stage. It is not the shiny version. This is just your payoff for getting it all the way here. But yeah, let's have a look at it. It's dyeable, you know, and how dyeable it is. Because you might be interested. I know we didn't do a lot of some of the others, but sometimes I think some are more worth showing than others. So when you actually dye this, it dyes a lot of it. It dyes the arrow, it dyes the feather, it dyes the wood, obviously. Let's just see what it looks like with this. I mean, you could have yourself a proper little golden bow right there if you wanted to with the metallic brass dye. Orange dye looks... Ooh, that actually looks really nice. Holy moly. I mean, it's similar to what it looked like originally, but just more shiny. Obviously, gold itself looks good as well. Oh, and it also does dye the little ribbon on the back too. So there you go. Obviously, these are just some examples. Feel free to play about with yourself as well when you get round to it. But yeah, let's get to the final version of the Yuichi Zodiac, which is, well, the Zen or whatever it is, you know. We'll get to it. Welcome to why this Zodiac weapon is one of my favourite. The Yuichi Zodiac Zen, basically. I believe it is just the Yuichi Bow Zen, I think it is. Yeah, Yuichi Bow Zeta, sorry, not Zen. Oh my god, I am so terribly sorry. You know what, I'm dyslexic, I don't care. But right now, as you can see, this is what happens when you get this to its final form. The little gold sort of horns that are on here, which, you know, where you sort of knock the arrow, or at least, well, actually, no, it's more of a sword guard, sorry. More than you knock the arrow, you can see where you knock the arrow. Oh dear, look at me trying to do a showcase terribly. It is just like the goldness, it's just, you can see the energy radiating from it, it's just coming out. And then you've got the this bit here where it's where you'd sort of, you know, where you're shooting the arrow through. I think that's great. I sort of really is like, hello, this arrow is going to be charged with the power of my Aether. It is going to hurt and you're going to feel pain. Thank you and goodbye. Shunk. Yeah, this is the Artemis to Yuichi Bow, a Realm Reborn Zodiac Relic Weapon Showcase over with. I still have Black Mage and the healers to go. No, Black Mage, Summoner. Yeah, Summoner, I need to do that. That was my very first one. I'll talk about that when I get to it. So yeah, Black Mage, Summoner, White Mage, and Scholar remain. For now, this was the Bard Relic. Thank you very much for watching. If you got this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help. It helps with the algorithm. We've got to get these videos out to more people. Let them know, you know, more about this wonderful content I do here. Or even if you hate this content, share it with your friends. Let them, you know, make fun of it too. It's all right. I'm okay with that, you know. Views are views. But yeah, don't forget to check us out at twitch.tv/Wobsy. I might also start streaming a little bit on YouTube as well as a sort of experiment. We shall see. But for now, I would say ta-ta and, you know, have a wonderful day. And I'm going to be getting a lot of these sorted, a lot of these recorded. I have time off work. Let's go. Ta-ta.